Alright guys, Acolyte review. I'm buried in traffic on the way home from work, so I figured why not just stay productive and just bang it out right now. I have no idea what the hell I watched last night. You know, I go into the show every single week trying to give it a fair chance, and first of all, I can't believe, spoiler warning, let's just get right into it. Fuck non-spoiler, I'm just going right into it. If you've gotten this far, you probably don't even care about spoiling the show. First of all, how is they gonna go the second to last episode with no Chimera, the best part of the show, the villain of the show, one of the only cool parts of this show? Mistake number one. I don't know how when they're making the show, it doesn't occur to them that he's the best part of the show when they're writing it out. Man, episode 7, no Chimera, maybe we should redo this. They don't even think to do that. Just completely ridiculous. Getting into the plot of the episode, you know, I know there's been a lot of talk about the past episodes. This episode was actually extremely confusing to know what the hell was going on. I didn't know whether I was being too critical. So Lee Jung-jae is doing a really good job acting. It's not his fault. Just the script he's given makes no sense. First of all, I thought it was almost kind of creepy the way he's so obsessed with the little girls. I don't know any. I mean, obviously, you know, recruiting young kids to the Jedi Order is like a part of it, so maybe it's always been creepy. But specifically, he's like, I have a strong connection with the girl, and I really, really need the girl, and he's like climbing over. It's like, so what if you go back without this one Padawan? Is really anything gonna happen? I thought that was a little bit strange. I thought it was real. I knew that they were going to do something with episode 3. They're going to come back to this because, you know, we're going to get the other side of it. And normally, I like when we kind of get the double-sided of a story, like Harry Potter, Prisoner of Azkaban. And that was like one of the best examples where you see the other side of the story. But this just made it more confusing why he's going to these lengths to just kidnap this one girl. They're talking about melding, and then so the episode is going on. The Jedi are just acting totally out of character. They're storming into this place just being like, yeah, she has to be a Jedi. The creators of the show and Disney in general are very, very clearly trying to just shit on Jedi, and I don't know why. Jedi, no matter how you want to rewrite it, or The Last Jedi, or subvert the expectations, the Jedi are the good guys. They are the classic good guys. If you want to get into like issues with the religion and some things, maybe they haven't been as smart, obviously, with like they didn't know Palpatine the entire time was the Emperor and all this stuff. Okay, but they've just totally jumped the shark with this show. It's gotten totally out of hand. You know, continuing on, so one of the mothers of the girls, she starts turning into a ghost, and no one knows when I say no one knows what the hell's going on, I mean even the viewers don't know what's going on, because we don't know any of these, we don't know what her power set is. She's not a Night Sister, she's just like a new witch in Star Wars, so we don't know what the hell she's doing. And then Soul just kills her, which is kind of a weird move, and then so she's dead. And then we see like a bunch of the other witches die from using witchcraft. So I just had no idea what the hell was going on. And then we have Torben, who essentially wants to go back to Coruscant, which is, I guess, now considered dark side equivalent because he has some urges. And man, I just really, really did not like this episode. I actually thought the last 2 episodes were the 2 best episodes. You have Chimera come out in episode 5, kill everyone, and then in episode 6 you kind of get into his motivations, and now we're just back with the witches in May. No one cares about the witches. No one cares about Ocean May. We care about the Jedi and we care about the Sith. We're Star Wars fans. And the most amazing part about all of this is that, okay, Leslie Headley gets this job. She really wants to make the show The Acolyte. Regardless of what you want to make, you would think that her only goal would be, you know, I really want to get hired for season 2. I want to get hired for more stuff in general. So this is really, like, it's crazy that, like, money wasn't the number one factor. And I know that's usually, like, a bad thing to say, but when you're a director, your main goal should just be, should the audience like what I'm making? Forget if I even like what I'm making. Will the audience like it, you know? I'm sure, like, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman would make, you know, might have another version of Deadpool that they'd like to make, but ultimately they're going to make what the fans want to see. So I just thought this was an extremely mid-episode at best, probably bad. I don't think it sets up the finale well at all. I don't care about going back to this part of the story. To me, the part of the story that's interesting is Chimera and where he comes from. How is there a Sith this powerful? How is there a guy who's killing Jedi? And the frustrating part is, I'd rather the show just be terrible. If there was no episode 5, I'd be like, okay, the show sucks. But because they threw in that episode 5 with some of the best lightsaber fighting that I've seen in years, this now turns into just an extremely, extremely frustrating show because they had the core of the show and they just totally botched it. So I don't even know what to say at this time. You know, in a weird way, I'm still really enjoying having a weekly Star Wars show. I think it's fun. It's something that I never thought I'd get in my life, to just come home and watch Star Wars from the comfort of my own couch. So that's a lot of fun, but unfortunately, I just don't like this episode. And again, back to the CW stuff. It just reminds me of CW stuff. And as I watch House of the Dragon, while I love Star Wars way more, it's just so frustrating to see, you know, a show made so well on that level, and we get this piece of crap. And you know, I don't like shitting on shows, because I know how hard people are working on this, and it probably was a lot of people's dream to be in a show like this. So it's nothing personal, and I don't think anyone, including Leslie Headland, career should be over. But I just cannot with a straight face say that this show is good. It has done a lot of good things, but overall I can't say it's an engaging show. And I definitely can't recommend it to someone who's probably not a big Star Wars fan who'll understand even the issues of the show. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. That's my review of Acolyte episode 6. We got episode 7. We got another one next week, the finale. A lot more content coming. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Thanks guys for watching, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.